Today we're talking about salts, and I picked my 5 most frequently used salts in my kitchen. I've got a lot of flavored salts. We're not going to talk about that really. We're going to talk about the 5 salts that I use all the time in my kitchen. The first one should be no surprise because I'm a huge advocate for this, is fine sea salt. Look at this. It's fine, granular, dissolves really fast. It's my all-purpose salt when I want to use and I use it almost all my recipes because it just dissolves really fast. It's salty, and that's what it needs to be. Very clean taste and flavor. Now, the next salt that I have is coarse salt. Coarse salt is something that I keep at home, and I use it when I'm boiling water to poach vegetables or steam them, or when I'm making a stew or a curry. I'll actually sometimes just grab this and use it. It's great for making achars and pickles and stuff. Coarse sea salt is good for that. I don't use it as frequently as I do fine sea salt. The next salt that I actually use probably more frequently than coarse sea salt is salt flakes. Now, these are salt flakes, and they are treasured and prized for their crystalline structure. Look at that. It's so beautiful. They're kind of brittle, kind of like glass. So I use coarse sea salt whenever I'm making something, and this is probably the most basic example I can give you, so I apologize. Chocolate chip cookies, sprinkle some on top. If you're making panna cotta, you can sprinkle a little bit on top if it works with the flavors. Another place where you can use this is compound butters. If you've got unsalted butter, you infuse the herbs inside, sprinkle a few salt flakes inside, fold it in. So when a person cuts through and applies it on bread or toast, they can experience that crunchiness of salt. So it's very valuable. This is not something I would use to season anything unless it's an emergency, because this is valued for texture, and you want that spot of concentrated saltiness in a dish. Another relative, this is a relative of this because it's also flaky salt, but it is smoked salt. Now, if I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to smoke anything, pull out the smoker, or do anything fancy, and I want just a light flavor of smokiness, I use smoked salt flakes all the time. Also really good in desserts as well as savory dishes. And then finally, a salt that I use all the time, not as frequently as others, but it is pretty used often, is kala namak. Now, kala namak, you can look through my stories. I've already done a detailed, in-depth talk about what it really is, but it comes from, it's mined from kilns and produced in kilns, and then the salt is got a sulfurous aroma, so it's used to replicate the aroma of eggs, and a lot of vegan chefs use it. This is really great. I use it in all my Indian, South Asian dishes, which are from the chaat family, and very good for savory stuff and sweet stuff as well. So these are my 5 favorite salts that I use most frequently in the kitchen. What are yours?